What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm answering a simple question. Can I survive a 5-degree night in just my emergency bivvy bag? No tent, no sleeping bag, and no fire. The wind chill is supposed to get down to -15, so I'm gonna be camping inside a tree trunk, cooking a delicious meal, and then hunkering down to see if I can survive the cold. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm sure it's gonna be interesting, so let's get into it. So here in New York, we recently got about a foot of snow, and I was walking in a park near my house, enjoying the snowy vistas, when I saw a tree trunk that was hollowed out, and I, being a normal, well-adjusted human, thought to myself, could I sleep in that? But then I realized, you know what? It's gonna be a little bit too easy if I do it with a sleeping bag. So let's see if I can do it in just a bivvy bag. And that is how we got on this little adventure. Well, this is gonna be home for the night. Let's take a look inside. It ain't the largest place I've ever slept, but it'll do. All right. Oh God. All right. So I can't even fit in with my snowshoes on, but he definitely is a little bit wider inside. So let's take it off. Then we're gonna have to clear out the snow that's in the base of the trunk. So obviously I'm not gonna be able to sleep lying down, but I am gonna be able to sleep sitting up, at least somewhat, so that'll be good. So apparently the silver side is actually more heat reflective than the orange side, or at least that's what I've heard in other YouTube videos. So I am going to put that side up and create a little sitting space for me to stay off the cold ground while I'm cooking. So an emergency bivvy bag is basically like a space blanket or emergency blanket, but it's shaped like a sleeping bag, so you can actually get in it. So you see how the inside is that silvery reflective material. Basically what it does is it traps your body heat in there with you. Some bags retain more body heat than others. I think this one's supposed to retain like 75 or 80% of it. And basically, you just get in the bag like you would a sleeping bag, and then curl up and huddle up for warmth. So when planning to sleep in a tree trunk, it's always important to scout what else is in the tree trunk, because these are exactly where I'm gonna wanna be leaning when I'm sleeping. So in order to keep these from ripping into my jacket or sleeping mat, I'm just gonna smack them in a little bit, and hopefully that does the trick. Those could be really bad news. Maybe I'll try to put some tape or something over them actually, now that I think about it. Success. So I've been carrying these around with me for basically the whole time I've been backpacking, and I think I've used them once, these little rolls of duct tape. But they're finally gonna come in handy. So it is currently 15 degrees Fahrenheit, outside at least. It's a little bit warmer inside the tree trunk, I think. Now that it's gotten a little bit colder, it's time to add another layer to the mix, a little fleece vest. Welcome to my dressing room. It's bit smaller than usual, but we'll make do. So just to give you an idea of the dimensions, this tree is about, I don't know, 4 feet wide, maybe 5. More importantly, look at how beautiful the wood is in here. Feels like I'm in a cave or something. Like, look at that. All right, it is already past 11 o'clock. Time to cook some dinner because I have not eaten dinner yet. For tonight's feast, we're basically going to have a hero. I'm actually getting this recipe from Going Solo Outdoors. He cooks delicious food in all of his YouTube videos, so if you haven't checked him out, definitely do. But basically, I'm putting ground beef on this naan, and then I'm going to cook that with some spices to obviously make the meat flavorful. And then I have cucumber, dill, tomato, lemon, and Greek yogurt. I'm going to put that together for toppings, and I'm also going to make a tzatziki, and then I have olives and feta cheese as additional toppings. So I'm really hungry. Let's get this thing started. So this is definitely one of the most challenging places I've ever tried to cook something. Just because it is very small quarters and not really flat. I'm just gonna mix this all in my cup. Ooh, this is gonna taste delicious, even though I screwed it up. Oh God, just a slimy mess. You're supposed to have this as like a separate topping, but I'm just gonna mix it all together with the Greek yogurt, so it's not really a tzatziki after all. It's going to be delicious nonetheless. Last but not least, put in the yogurt, and then we're just gonna mix it all together. Definitely think I was supposed to reduce some of the water from the tomatoes because it's quite soupy. Before we start cooking, it's time to have a little snack of feta and olives. Not really supposed to take a bite out of feta, but I'm in a tree, so I feel like the normal rules don't apply. Yeah, these bad boys are so tasty. Cheers, y'all. Next step is to spice up our beef. So in here, I have some garlic powder and Italian seasoning, which I'm just gonna dump in there. And in here is some black pepper and salt. Now we just gotta mix it all together. The main issue is that my toes are getting quite cold. Everything else has actually been fine so far, but toes are important. The good news is I do have extra socks, and unlike last time I did one of these videos, I do not have a fire on which to burn my socks. So, never say never, but I think that makes it less likely at least. All right, next step is to put the meat on the flatbread. Once you get it, not too spread out, what you're supposed to do is just flip it over and then press it down until the meat is evenly spread out. This is not a precision operation, but it'll work. So now the first one is ready to start. Yeah, not only have I never cooked this before, I've never cooked in a tree before, so this is extra new to me. So I'm supposed to eat this like a flatbread, but because the naan is so soggy and I'm just gonna mush it all together. When having issues, improvise, as they say. Just turn this into a dish that I'm gonna eat with a fork and spoon. Or my spork, I should say. And then I have my tzatziki soup. And then I am going to add some of the feta. And by some, I mean a honking big piece. Oh. I didn't realize there was juice. I thought I had drained it all. For cooking in a tree, I'll take it. I do have a little bit of sriracha. May I interest you in what is basically a deconstructed flatbread? I mean, all the ingredients taste good, so combined they should taste good. But, we shall see. Oh yeah, garlic naan as the flatbread was a good choice. I'm gonna enjoy this and then get back to you in a little bit. Okay, dinner's done. Now it's time to unfold my other sleeping mat, which is an air mat. And I'm gonna try to lean against it so I'm not losing heat through the cold tree trunk. So this is the plan. Plan, very much in quotes, is to use this as the backrest Good news and bad news. Good news is, actually, most of my body is pretty warm right now, which is great. The bad news is, my toes are freezing and going numb. So, I need to get those warm ASAP, or else I'll have to get out of here. So, I'm going to try boiling water, pouring in my Nalgene, and using that to warm up my bag and my toes. It is 1:30 a.m., so I've already made it into the cold part of the night. But yeah, definitely need to get my toes warm and then get in the bag and try to get a little bit of sleep if I can. Now that is precarious, which is not ideal, but should be okay. As long as I keep a very close eye on it. This is on full blast and it ain't boiling, so I guess I'll have to do with a mostly warm water bottle because it is getting late and I'm exhausted. I always do that. Most of the water made it back in. Yeah, I don't know. I have yet to figure out how to pour a good pour out of that. Okay, y'all. Few updates. I am going to put the air mattress up as a wind block because I think that is actually more important than me not being leaning against the wood. It's warmer in here than I expected. Oh man, this is so cool. I'm the man in the trunk. Bow, 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 bow. Buried in my stuff. Bow, 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 bow. Won't you come and thaw me? I'm not going to disrespect Lane by trying to hit the next line, but y'all know how it goes. Okay. I am finally settling in. My water bottle is warm, even if it wasn't as warm as I hoped it would be. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Definitely double check the lids on these things because I had tightened this already and I guess it loosened somehow. And that could have been real bad. You do not want this leaking in your water bottle or in your bag, I mean. So, anyways, that crisis averted. It is time to finally crawl into the actual bag. But first, I need to change, or I have some additional socks that I'm going to put on, so I'm going to do that first. Yeah, my toes were incredibly cold and numb before, but they have warmed up. I just had to force them to move around and not be in the snow for a little bit. That helped a lot, too. But yeah, according to my phone, it is currently 7 degrees and feels like -3. So, that's pretty chilly for here, at least. One other thing I'm going to do is put on my balaclava. Oh. And now it is finally time for the main event. So this time I decided to go in with my boots on instead of just my socks. I don't know if that was the right call or not. That water bottle feels nice. Pretty cool to be in a tree right now, not gonna lie. It is very cold outside, or at least very cold, like I said, for here. But I am in a tree trunk, and I am feeling great. Hot water bottle is doing its job. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of sleep here if I can. And I'll keep you posted throughout the night because I'm sure I'm gonna be cold and keep waking up. But we'll see what happens. Oh, so I'm warm enough. At least as long as the hot water bottle lasts. But it is definitely uncomfortable in here because I'm about 6 feet tall and this thing's about 4 feet wide. So definitely a little curled up right now, but I think I'm actually going to just lie down on my side and try to sleep that way. Yeah, getting comfortable is not easy, but there we go. Okay, I think I found my spot. And now, I'll say goodnight. Quick update. It is 3:30 a.m. and my toes are getting cold again. So I'm not sure if I should just go back to sleep or if I should try to warm them up somehow. I did get some sleep, which is more than I expected. I'm going to try just leaving it and see how that goes. But it's definitely gotten colder. So, let's see what happens. It may be very cold, and I may be very tired. But this has been a very cool experience. Really grateful I got to do this. I appreciate these videos because they push me to do things I would never consider otherwise. And how cool is that? I feel like I'm sleeping in a cave or something. And now let's see what it's like outside. Ooh, that is chilly. I feel the breeze coming through with the block gone. Oh yeah, this is very cold. It's definitely been doing the Lord's work, keeping us warm. Oh, perfect door. Really glad that I used it for that. It is 4:30 in the morning, and I am gonna start packing up and heading out because I want to get back by 5:30. It's gonna take about an hour to get back. Yeah, we made it. I genuinely did not expect that. I thought I was gonna have to bail, but the hot water bottle made a huge difference. Like really, really nice touch. My toes are very cold, but yeah, the hot water made all the difference in the world for those few hours. So definitely something to keep in mind if you're ever in a situation like this and you have the means to produce hot water. It'll help a lot. So according to my trusty meat thermometer, it's about 13 degrees Fahrenheit inside the tree trunk. Let's see what it is outside. According to my meat thermometer, it is 7.9 degrees outside Fahrenheit. But according to my phone, it is 5 degrees outside with a wind chill of -3. Well, friends, everything comes to an end. It's time to pack up and head on out. Didn't end up needing these, but did end up needing this quite a bit. Well, time to head out. Goodbye, old friend. You are amazing. This place is perfect. Just everything I needed. Blocked the wind. The wind was literally coming from the other side of the tree the whole night. It was unreal how perfect this worked. But let's get on out of here. Sorry that the sound has changed. My mic has stopped working except for a few seconds at a time, so I'm hoping it's just a charging issue, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, so now I'm just using the GoPro, but this has been awesome, but it's not over yet because the town I live in is near the Hudson River, and because it's been so cold, the Hudson has been frozen over, or at least, mostly frozen over, and it's going to be sunrise in a little bit here, so I'm going to show you all sunrise over the frozen Hudson River, because how often do you get to see that? Wow. Look at how much ice there is. Holy cow. That's crazy. Well, friends, I was so tired this morning that I forgot to film the conclusion of the video, so my bad, but thanks for following along. That was an absolute blast. I'm really glad I had the idea and was able to do it thanks to these videos, to pushing me to try new things. And what an amazing experience to be able to sleep inside a tree. I know a lot of people that's weird, but to me that's really cool. So thanks for following along, and if you like these sorts of things, subscribe for more, because I do love getting up to shenanigans in the mountains. So until next time, I'll catch you then.